All right, guys, last time everything went sideways. Squibbity, you got spotted by guards in the underground canal, so you went full eco-warrior lunatic, screaming about dying fish, ripped off your shirt, and paddled away in a boat. 2 guards chased you while Thrunk and Pervious slipped into Marlowe's vault. Inside, you found Dresden showing Marlowe this screaming urn that killed 3 men to capture. When they left, you hid behind curtains. Thrunk, your trunk stuck out the bottom and Marlowe stared right at it, then just told Dresden to replace the filthy curtains. He either didn't see you or he's playing you. Either way, you couldn't figure it out. Pervious, you touched the urn and got slammed with visions, dying bodies, glass cylinders, impossible cities. The thread said it's connected to you somehow. You stole it, tucked it in your robes. Thrunk grabbed a magical locket too, because why not? Meanwhile, Quill and Barwin found Jask being tortured by Florian. Barwin's Thunderwave launched the guard 200 feet down into the fighting pit, killing him in front of everyone. Quill, you tried to execute Florian, but Barwin stopped you. You escaped with Jask back through the catwalks, accidentally nearly killed 2 more guards, but Feather falled them and yourselves before climbing out and jumping off the roof. We left off by finishing Team Thrunk's part with Thrunk and Pervious holding Marlowe's stolen urn while he's walking down the stairs 30 seconds away from finding you. So, on to you, Squibbity. Let's rewind to when you jumped in that boat and started paddling away while screaming about fish rights.
Best distraction of my life.
You've been rowing for about 4 minutes now at this absurdly slow, comedic pace. Behind you, about 50 feet back, you can hear the guards rowing after you. They're not exactly rushing either, probably because they think you're just a crazy person and not an actual threat.
Just stop, you lunatic. We're not going to hurt you. We just need to get you out of the canal.
The algae blooms, though. The chemical runoff. Someone needs to document the environmental devastation.
The other one mutters to his partner, genuinely confused.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I don't know and I don't care. Just keep rowing.
Joe, I keep rowing, but I'm looking ahead. What do I see?
The canal continues straight for maybe another 100 feet. Then you see it split. 2 separate channels, each one leading to a different area. There are signs mounted on the wall where the split occurs. The left channel is marked Bay A in faded paint. The right channel is marked Bay B.
B. Definitely B. B for Barwin.
Nice.
That's your logic?
I'm being chased by guards through an underground canal system while pretending to be an environmental activist. My logic is perfect, thank you.
Fair enough. You veer right, rowing toward Bay B. The guards are still following, but they're far enough back that they can't immediately see which way you went. Make a stealth check to see if you can break line of sight.
That's a 12.
You duck into the Bay B channel just as the guards round the last corner. They see you disappear but can't quite make out which way you went.
Shit, did he go left or right?
I think right. Maybe. It's hard to tell in this light.
He probably went left.
But what if he didn't?
Then he's about to get crushed by a cargo barge, and it's not our problem. Come on, left channel.
You hear their boat scraping against stone as they choose the wrong path. You're clear, for now.
I keep rowing down, baby. What do I see?
The channel opens up. And I mean opens up. You emerge into a space so massive it doesn't make sense to be underground. This isn't a room, it's a cavern carved out of the living rock over decades, or maybe centuries. The ceiling is at least 60 feet high, supported by massive stone pillars every 50 feet. Magical lighting illuminates everything in a steady, harsh white glow. The space is easily 20,000 square feet, maybe more. You're talking about an area the size of a noble's estate, completely hidden beneath the city. But that's not even the impressive part.
What's the impressive part?
The ships. There are 4 of them. Massive canal barges, the kind that would normally transport logging shipments or bulk cargo between cities. Each one is easily 80 feet long, maybe 20 feet wide, built from dark wood with reinforced hulls. These aren't pleasure craft. These are industrial workhorses designed to move serious weight, but they're not in the water. Each ship is suspended about 4 feet off the canal's surface, held in place by massive steel cradles, like enormous arms reaching up from the stone floor to support the hulls. The cradles are clearly mechanical, with visible gears, chains, and hydraulic systems. They're positioned over perfectly straight channels carved into the floor. Each channel may be 15 feet wide and filled with water.
Holy shit, what am I looking at?
Give me an intelligence check. Let's see if you can piece together what this system does.
That's a 17.
Your brain makes the connections instantly. This is a tide-based loading system. When they mentioned waiting for the tide, this is what they meant. Those channels below the ships, they're not just channels, they're locks. When the tide comes in, and given that Solarus has that massive river system, even though it's far from the ocean, there must be floodgates somewhere that control water levels. These locks fill up. The water level rises, lifting the ships off their cradles. Then the ships can be guided down a gradient, floating on the elevated water, moving through the canal system to wherever they need to go. It's brilliant, actually. You can load the ships while they're stationary and secured on the cradles, take all the time you need, then flood the locks and let them drift out on schedule. Maximum efficiency, minimum risk of accidents during loading. This is serious infrastructure, the kind that takes years to build and costs more money than you can imagine.
And it's all underground, hidden for smuggling.
Almost certainly. This much investment in hidden facilities doesn't happen for legitimate trade.
Joe, I need to investigate. How much time do I have?
You can hear the guards' voices echoing from the other channel, Bay A, growing fainter. They're moving away, following the wrong path. But you also heard them mention that Sir Tobin would be arriving soon. You don't know what that means or how much time that gives you.
Joe, I paddle to the furthest ship, the one deepest in the bay.
You paddle across the massive space, your little boat looking absurdly tiny next to these cargo behemoths. As you get closer, you can see the stone platform that runs alongside the ship. A wide loading dock area, maybe 15 feet across, built at the same level as the mechanical cradles. Perfect for workers to access the ships while they're suspended for loading. You reach the furthest ship. Up close, it's even more impressive. The hull towers above you, dark wood so thick it would take a battering ram to breach it. There's a name painted on the side in flowing script. The Morning Serpent.
Morning Serpent? Ha, that's what she said.
You pull your boat up to the stone platform and climb out. From here, you can see a metal access ladder bolted directly to the ship's hull. Standard loading equipment, probably connected to the cradle system. Much easier than a rope ladder.
I climb up the access ladder.
Athletics check.
That's a 14.
You scramble up, your claws finding good purchase on the rungs. 20 seconds later, you're hauling yourself over the rail onto the deck. The deck is utilitarian. No fancy woodwork, no decorative railings. This is a working ship built for capacity, not comfort. The deck is mostly flat, with tie-down points every few feet for securing cargo. In the center, there are 2 large cargo hatches currently open, leading down into the hold.
What's in the hold?
Looking down into the nearest hatch, you see crates. Lots of crates. They're stacked efficiently, secured with rope and canvas, filling maybe 70% of the available space. The crates are all identical, dark wood, about 3 feet on each side, with rope handles on the corners, no visible markings.
I climb down to get a closer look.
You drop into the hold. It's maybe 10 feet deep, with a low ceiling that forces you to hunch slightly, even at your small stature. The smell down here is musty, old wood, canvas, and something else, something metallic.
I want to open a crate.
Which one? There are dozens.
One near the edge, something I can get to without moving other crates.
Fair enough. You find one that's accessible. The lid is secured with a simple latch, no lock. Designed for quick access rather than security, they probably figure nobody's going to break into a ship that's suspended on a crane in a hidden underground bay controlled by the city's most infamous crime lord.
Lol.
You flip the latch and open the lid, and you see it. Gold. Not a few coins, not a pouch of gold. We're talking stacks of gold coins, neatly arranged in cloth pouches, each pouch probably containing 100 coins. You quickly count. This single crate has maybe 20 pouches. That's 2,000 gold pieces in one crate, and there are dozens of crates down here.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, how many of these are full of gold?
Looking around, you can see the crates aren't all identical. Some are the same size and shape as the one you just opened, probably more gold. Others are longer and thinner. Those could be weapons. There are barrels too, and some crates that look heavier, sitting lower. Could be armor, dried goods, who knows. If even a quarter of these crates contain gold like this one, you're looking at tens of thousands of gold pieces just on this ship, and there are 4 ships in this bay.
This is a fortune, multiple fortunes.
At least. And that's just the obvious cargo. In the back, secured separately and under canvas sheets, you see smaller crates that are definitely more heavily locked. Whatever's in those, someone values it more than gold.
Those small ones, what do they look like?
Ironbound, maybe 2 feet on each side with actual padlocks. 4 of them clustered together, each one marked with a small red symbol you don't recognize.
I want some of this gold. How much can I carry?
How much do you want to carry?
1,000 gold. No, wait. As much as I can physically carry without slowing myself down.
Dexterity check. This is to see how quickly and efficiently you can grab gold without making noise or taking too long.
You, 8.
You move like a tiny, scaly whirlwind. Pouches of gold disappear into your various pockets, your pack, that inner pocket in your cloak you forgot you had. Final count. You manage to grab 800 gold pieces before you run out of space and carrying capacity.
800, is that it?
That's more money than you've ever had in your life.
By a factor of about 80, yes. Fair point. Do I have time to investigate anything else?
Give me a perception check.
That's a 16.
You hear voices, distant but getting closer, from the direction of the canal entrance. Don't care about the logistics. Just have everything ready when Sir Tobin arrives. Marlowe wants this shipment gone tonight. A second voice responds. The tide won't be right until sunset. Another few hours. Then we wait a few hours, but everything needs to be perfect. No delays, no excuses. They're maybe 2 minutes away. Coming down the canal toward Bay B.
Shit, can I hide?
You're currently in the hold of a ship that's about to be inspected. There are crates everywhere, canvas sheets, coils of rope. Plenty of places for a kobold to hide if he's clever.
I'm going to hide in one of the big crates, the ones with gold.
Give me a stealth check.
That's a 16.
You quickly shove aside gold pouches, creating a squibbity-sized space in the crate. It's cramped and uncomfortable, surrounded by the metallic smell of gold and musty wood, but you fit. You pull the lid closed, leaving just a tiny crack so you can breathe and see a sliver of light. 30 seconds later, you hear boots on the deck above. 2 sets, deliberate and professional. The first voice is gruff, experienced, probably a dock supervisor. This is the Morning Serpent. Cargo's loaded, secured properly. 4 crates of special cargo in the back, secured with the locks as requested. The second voice is younger, nervous energy barely contained. Good! After that Florian disaster upstairs, Marlowe will kill us if something else goes wrong today. That's when you hear it, splashing. The sound of oars cutting through water, echoing across the bay. The 2 guards who were chasing Squibbity are rowing into Bay B. The dock supervisor's voice sharpens immediately. Who the hell are you 2? This bay is restricted. One of the guards calls back and you recognize the voice. It's the one who was chasing you.
We're with Sir Tobin's escort. A kobold came down here. Crazy bastard screaming about fish. Did you see him?
The nervous assistant's voice rises to a near shriek. A kobold? You let someone see this operation?
Hey, we don't work for you. We were doing you a favor trying to catch the little shit.
The dock supervisor's voice goes cold. You're probably the reason he got in. Incompetent. All of you.
Incompetent? We've been rowing through these tunnels for 10 minutes while you stand around checking ropes.
There's a tense pause. Then the dock supervisor sighs, and you can hear exhaustion mixing with barely controlled anger. Fine. He's probably fled by now anyway. Full sweep of the bay. Check behind every ship, every platform. You 2 guards after that, get back to your positions at the canal entrance.
Whatever.
You hear them walking around on deck, checking tie-downs, testing the security of the cargo hatches. At one point, someone jumps down into the hold. You can see their boots through the crack in the crate lid, maybe 5 feet away. Black leather, well-maintained, the kind that cost actual money. They walk around, checking crates, pulling on ropes to ensure everything is secure. They get within 3 feet of your hiding spot. You can hear their breathing, smell tobacco, and cheap wine on them. Make a stealth check with advantage. You've already succeeded at hiding. This is just to see if you can stay perfectly still and quiet.
First roll is 12, second is 18. I'll take the 18.
You don't even breathe. You're a statue. A very small, very terrified, very wealthy statue surrounded by stolen gold. The guard walks right past your crate, checks 2 others, tugs on some rope securing a canvas sheet, then climbs back up to the deck. A guard from above shouts out, "Everything's secure down here, sir!" Then another voice, sterner, says, "Good. Lock the hatches. I want guards posted at the canal entrance until Sir Tobin arrives. No one comes into this bay without my explicit permission." The initial one responds, "Understood." You hear the hatches being closed and locked from the outside. Heavy wooden covers drop into place with solid thunks that echo through the hold, then footsteps retreating across the deck, down the rope ladder, fading away. Silence. Complete silence except for your own heartbeat and the distant sound of water lapping against stone.
Am I locked in here?
You're locked in a cargo hold, on a ship suspended on a mechanical crane, in a hidden underground bay that's now being guarded, with 800 stolen gold pieces in your pockets, and surrounded by evidence of a massive smuggling operation.
This is either the best heist ever or the worst situation ever.
Possibly both. Make an investigation check to see what you can figure out about your situation.
That's a 9.
Okay, so you're not picking up much beyond the obvious. You can hear water sounds, gentle lapping against stone, the bay itself, occasional drips from somewhere, echoing in the massive space. Very faint voices, far away, probably the guards taking up positions at the entrance like they were ordered, but other than that, you're in darkness. The cargo hatches are closed, cutting off most of the light. What little illumination remains comes from tiny gaps between the deck boards above you, thin lines of magical light creating a dim, prison bar pattern across the crates. You can't see much beyond your immediate area. Can't tell what time it is. Can't tell if anyone's coming back. You're trapped down here until something changes. Either the guards open the hatches for another inspection, or the tide comes in and the ship starts moving, or something else happens that you can't predict.
I'm just going to stay hidden for now, see what happens. Maybe rest a bit and then investigate these crates more quietly when I'm sure no one's around.
Right. Let's jump back to our elephant and his philosophically damaged companion. So, Guy, those footsteps, they're getting louder, descending the spiral stairs with the measured pace of someone who owns the building and everyone in it. Maybe 30 seconds before Marlowe and his gnomish guest reach your level.
Pervious, we need to move. Right fucking now. And I mean now, not your weird time is an illusion now.
The threads suggest immediate departure would be, yes, let's fucking go.
We move, Joe.
You burst out of that 30 by 30 room with its treacherous curtains. The urn secured against Pervious's body with his sash like the world's most dangerous baby carrier.
Which way? Which fucking way?
The threads are being remarkably unhelpful. They just keep showing me images of drowning elephants.
That's not funny.
I'm not joking.
You're in the passageway now. Stone walls on either side, magical sconces casting shadows that seem to reach for you. Behind you, those measured footsteps. Ahead, the canal chamber where Squibbity went. The water's dark surface reflects the torchlight like oil.
Joe, which direction did that paranoid little shit go?
Who?
Squibbity.
You remember him diving in a rowboat and going right if you were facing the canal.
Fuck it, we're commandeering one of these boats too. There are enough boats left, right?
There are 3 small rowing boats tied to iron rings on the stone walkway. They're maybe 12 feet long, designed for 2 or 3 people. Definitely not designed for an 8-foot-tall elephant who weighs more than 3 people combined.
Oh, hell no. Did you just call me fat?
This isn't ideal.
That's when you see it. A light bobbing in the darkness of the canal tunnel. Lantern light getting closer, accompanied by the rhythmic splash of oars.
I'm telling you, he fucking drowned. No way that scaly little bastard survived.
Then another voice.
We still gotta report it to Tobin.
It's the 2 guards who chase Squibbity. They're maybe 80 feet away and closing fast. The boat's lantern swings, illuminating the tunnel in sweeping arcs. Behind you, to your right, those footsteps have almost reached the bottom of the stairs. You can hear Tobin's voice now. Any second now, their eyeline will clear the stairwell. Tobin being shorter means he'll crest first, see you first. You've got maybe 2 heartbeats.
Fuck this noise. Joe, I grabbed Pervious like a fucking sack of philosophical potatoes.
Excuse me?
And we're going swimming, but not diving. I want to slip and quiet like...
Oh, this is going to be refreshing.
All right, you're sacrificing speed for stealth. Give me a stealth check, Thrunk.
Come on, Dice, don't fuck me now. That's a 13.
Just barely enough. You reach the canal's edge and execute what might be the most graceful maneuver of your entire life. Despite being an elephant carrying a grown man and a reality-warping urn, you lower yourself into the water with barely more than a ripple. Like a hippo, but sneakier. The water hits like a slap from an ice giant's frozen dick. It's that special kind of cold that makes your soul shrivel. The canal's maybe 20 feet deep here, murky as old soup, with a current that pulls you gently downstream toward the harbor.
Oh, good gods, I immediately regret everything.
You sink below the surface just as Tobin's head appears at the stairway. Above you, muffled by 20 feet of questionable water, you hear the splash and pull of oars. The guard's boat passes directly overhead, its hull a dark shadow blocking what little light filters down. For a moment, you're in complete darkness.
Joe, how long can I hold my breath with my legendary lung capacity?
2 minutes.
And me?
With your constitution of 4 minutes.
You basically have the lung capacity of an asthmatic hamster, Pervious.
That's completely out of order.
Right. I start swimming, underwater, like a majestic fucking submarine, a gray, wrinkled, big-ass elephantine submarine with anger problems.
I'm just letting it happen. Clinging to Thrunk like a barnacle while contemplating how the threads of fate led me to drowning in a sewer while hugging an elephant.
Thrunk, you kick your massive legs, trying not to create surface disturbances. The current helps, pulling you downstream through the murky water. You can feel Pervious starting to tense up after about 90 seconds. His grip on your neck tightens.
Joe, I'm making frantic hand gestures underwater that roughly translate to, I'm dying.
Not yet, you're not. Joe, here's what I'm doing. Can I just poke my trunk above the surface like a snorkel?
That's actually fucking brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. You angle yourself so just the tip of your trunk breaks the surface. Maybe an inch of gray flesh poking up like the world's saddest periscope.
I take a deep breath. Beautiful sewage-tainted air filling my lungs. Now, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I give Pervious mouth to mouth. Or trunk to mouth? Whatever this is.
This better not awaken anything in me.
This is simultaneously the weirdest and most practical thing that's happened today. Thrunk, you basically become Pervious's external lung. You breathe in through your trunk, then exhale into his mouth, giving him another minute of air.
We're never talking about this again.
Oh, we're absolutely talking about this again. This is going in my memoirs. Chapter 12. The day I French kissed my friend the elephant.
You continue like this for 5 minutes, swimming, breathing, sharing air in the most uncomfortable way possible. The sounds of the guards fade. The canal current pulls you deeper into the system, away from immediate danger.
Joe, I surface slowly, just my eyes at first, like a really lost crocodile.
Perception check.
That's a 16.
You've drifted into what looks like a major junction. The canal branches here into 2 massive chambers, each one marked with faded lettering carved into the stone. Bay A to your left, smaller, darker, probably storage. Bay B to your right, massive, lit up with magical torches, and you can hear something. Metal on wood, voices echoing.
I reach out telepathically. Squibbity, which fucking chamber are you in, you scaly little shit?
Baby, holy shit, baby, there's so much gold, like so much. I'm literally sitting in gold.
Did you just call me baby?
No, not baby. I mean baby as in ABCD.
Gold? What? Where the hell are you? Did you die? Are you in heaven? Is heaven full of gold?
We're fine. Wet, traumatized, but fine. Coming to you now. Any guards?
There were 2, but they fucked off. I'm on the big ship at the back, the Morning Serpent.
Can we please get out of this water? I'm pretty sure I swallowed something that used to be alive. Or possibly still is.
Not just yet. I give Pervious mouth to mouth again.
I'm starting to think you're enjoying this too much.
I continue swimming, Joe.
You swim into Bay B and holy shit. The chamber opens up like an underground cathedral. 20,000 square feet of carved stone, the ceiling disappearing into darkness. 4 massive ships suspended in mechanical cradles, each one lifted 4 feet above the waterline. Industrial chainwork everywhere, like someone crossbred a harbor with a clockwork nightmare. And there, at the far end, the Morning Serpent, 80 feet of dark wood.
We swim over and haul our soggy asses onto the loading platform.
You emerge from the water, both dripping, the urn still somehow secured to Pervious's body, your clothes heavy with canal water that smells like the inside of a plague victim's boot.
I'm wringing out my robes, Joe. Very thoroughly. That was surprisingly intimate, Thrunk. The way you breathed life into me, trunk to mouth, keeping me alive down there in the depths.
Don't make it weird.
Too late. We shared breath. We're bonded now, spiritually connected through the act of mutual survival.
I swear to God, Pervious.
The threads acknowledge our new relationship status.
I want to pop my head out, Joe. Can I see them?
Okay. Thrunk and Pervious. From above, you hear a scraping sound. A crate lid being pushed aside. Then Squibbity's head pops out of a cargo hatch on the Morning Serpent's deck, his eyes wide with barely contained mania.
I'm stage whispering urgently down at them. Get up here! There's so much gold. I've already taken 800 pieces and there's thousands more. This is bigger than anything we've ever seen.
We're coming up. Joe, I head to the platform and find that access ladder.
I follow, still dripping everywhere.
You climb the access ladder bolted to the ship's hull. It groans under Thrunk's weight, but holds. 20 seconds later, you're hauling yourselves over the rail onto the deck. Squibbity practically launches himself out of the cargo hold. scales glittering with what appears to be gold dust.
You made it. I thought you were dead, or captured, or turned into paste. Or wait, why do you smell like that?
We took a swim through the city's digestive system. What the fuck is all this?
A smuggling operation, massive! 4 ships, each one loaded to the fucking gills. I found crates of gold, weapons, and other stuff.
How much gold exactly?
I already pocketed 800 pieces, but there's more, so much more. It's like someone decided to put all the money in one place and then forgot about it.
Show us. Now.
I take them there, Joe.
Squibbity leads you to the cargo hatch, practically vibrating with excitement. You drop down into the hold and... yeah. He wasn't exaggerating. Dozens of crates all secured with rope and chain. The one Squibbity was hiding in is still open, revealing cloth pouches bulging with gold coins.
We're rich. We're actually fucking rich.
We're also trapped in a criminal's underground lair, soaking wet, carrying stolen magical artifacts, and probably about to be on several kill lists.
But rich?
Joe, now that we're all together, what exactly are our options for getting out of here?
Looking around the hold, you've got some options for escape. There's the way you came, back through the sewage canal. There's whatever route Tobin used, probably heavily guarded,
Or what?
Or you could stay hidden and ride the ship out when it launches.
When's that happening?
You heard them talking earlier, something about waiting for the evening tide. But time is meaningless down here. Could be hours, could be minutes.
Telepathically to Quill, quick question, what fucking time is it?
Maybe 3 in the afternoon? We're dealing with our own catastrophe up here. Why? Where are you?
Underground canal system. Found the smuggling operation. Currently committing grand larceny.
Of course you are. Can you get out?
Working on it. If you don't hear from us, we either escaped or died spectacularly.
If the tide comes at evening, we have time before this place gets swarmed. I say we take even more gold between us all.
Now you're talking my language.
You spend the next hour systematically looting everything you can carry. Between the 3 of you, you manage to stuff another 3,000 gold pieces into various pockets, pouches, and in Thrunk's case, just shoving coins into his armor gaps. You're carrying so much currency, you actually jingle. Some crates, however, look full but are mostly padding. Secured to the inner walls are crystals, each one the size of a coin, perfectly cut, glowing with an internal light.
These must be what Marlowe was giving to the rebellion. What did he call them again?
I don't know. What do you think they are?
No idea. Joe, can I make some kind of check?
You know what? Give me a straight wisdom check.
Natural 20.
Nice.
So, you can't quite describe it, but these crystals feel like they're harboring memories. Like, as you touch them, for a brief moment, you feel like you've lived another life. You can't shake the feeling that you want to eat it.
What the heckers?
What is it?
The crystals. They're calling to me. I want to eat them.
What the hell, you insane bastard.
Maybe, but maybe not.
That's when you hear it. Voices, boots on stone, multiple people approaching the loading dock.
Crew?
Almost certainly. And you're standing in an open cargo hold, soaking wet, overloaded with stolen gold, holding multiple stolen artifacts.
Crates, everyone in the fucking crates.
We all look for hiding spots, Joe.
You scramble for hiding spots. Squibbity, you dive back into your gold crate like it's his mother's womb, although it's mostly empty now. Thrunk, you squeeze into a larger weapons crate. Pervious, you burrow into the one containing the crystals with canvas padding, folding your body into impossible angles. You pull the lids closed just as boots hit the deck above you. Crewman 1's voice is gruff, sounds like he gargles gravel for fun. All right, boys, final inspection before the tide comes in. Check everything twice. Marlowe finds out we missed something. We're next week's entertainment up top. Crewman 2 sounds younger, nervous. I can't believe that shit upstairs. Complete fucking chaos. Someone fell from the VIP box. Florian's maybe dead. Fight's canceled. Crewman 1 speaks again. Marlowe's problem, not ours. We just move cargo. Someone drops into the hold. You hear boots walking past your hiding spots, each footstep making your hearts race. They stop at the crystal crates. Crewman 2 says, all 4 present and locked. Crewman 1 responds from above. That's why Marlowe runs the city and you run your mouth. Now help me with this up here. Tide'll be ready for us in an hour. Heavy thuds as the cargo hatches drop into place. The hold goes dark except for thin lines of light between deck boards. Footsteps retreat, then silence.
Whispering. Are they gone?
Whispering back, I think so. But also I can't feel my legs. This gold is really heavy.
Do we wait? My instinct is to wait.
We wait. And if anyone opens these crates, I'm turning them into paste.
You wait. Time becomes meaningless in the dark. Could be 30 minutes, could be 3 hours. Your legs cramp from staying still. Squibbity starts humming conspiracy theories to himself under his breath.
Hey!
Then, a deep mechanical grinding from below. Metal on metal, loud enough to feel in your chest. The sound of massive gears turning, hydraulics releasing pressure. The ship lurches. For a moment, you're weightless as the mechanical arms release and the ship drops. 5 feet straight down. Your stomachs flip, then splash. The hull hits water hard. The impact jolts through every board, every crate. You're thrown against the sides of your hiding spots. Water sloshes violently against the hull, the sound deafening this close. The ship rocks violently side to side, finding its buoyancy, settling into the water. Left, then right, then left again. Crates creak against their bindings. Someone on deck above shouts something you can't make out. Then the real movement begins. The ship twists. You can feel it turning, being guided by crew and current. Sharp angle to the left. The hull scrapes against something. Stone. Another ship. The grinding sound is brief but loud. Then you're moving forward, still swaying, still adjusting, navigating out of whatever tight space held you. 30 seconds of this chaotic movement. Then it smooths out. The rocking becomes gentler, more rhythmic. The current takes you. You're properly underway now.
We're moving.
Side would same.
How long do we wait before checking what's happening up there?
Give it a few minutes. Let them settle into whatever routine they've got.
You wait in the darkness. The ship rocks gently, consistently. You can hear crew moving around on deck. Footsteps, occasional voices, but nothing urgent. Just the sounds of a ship underway. After what feels like 10 minutes, the activity above seems to decrease. Fewer footsteps, quieter voices.
Okay, I'm checking this out. Joe, I push open my crate lid as quietly as I can.
The lid lifts with a soft creak. The hold is still dark, but there's slightly more light now, thin lines coming through gaps in the deck boards above.
I'm getting out too.
As am I.
You all emerge from your hiding spots, stretching cramped limbs. Thrunk, you're still slightly damp. The urn is still secured against Pervius's chest. Squibbity's pockets jingle faintly with stolen gold.
The cargo hatches. Can we see out?
You move to where the hatches are. They're closed, heavy wooden covers that were dropped into place and secured from the outside. But there are gaps, small ones, maybe an inch wide in places where the wood doesn't quite meet perfectly.
I'm looking through. What do I see?
Give me a perception check.
15.
All right, you see everything. The deck above is crawling with guards, not crew, actual professional guards. They're wearing matching leather armor, well-maintained, with reinforced sections over vital areas. Each one is armed with a sword and a crossbow. They're positioned strategically, 2 at the bow, 2 at the stern, clusters of 3 at the port and starboard rails. You count carefully, 12 guards visible on deck, 12 heavily armed, alert professionals who are clearly expecting trouble. And through the gaps, you can see beyond your ship. There are other ships in formation with you, at least 3 more that you can make out. Each one the same size as yours, each one also covered in guards.
How many guards total?
At least a dozen on our ship, and I can see the other ships have the same setup. We're looking at 40, maybe 50 guards total across this convoy.
That's not a cargo run. That's a military escort.
You also notice something else. You're outside now. The air coming through smells different. Not the stale underground smell of the canal system. This is open air, river water. You've left the underground.
Where the fuck are we?
Downriver, heading west, presumably. Be leaving the city shortly. 3 days to the dispatch point, that's what the crew said.
Joe, I want to check the cargo hatch locks. Can we get out if we need to?
You move to the hatch and examine it. The wooden covers are secured from the outside with iron brackets and padlocks. You could probably break through. These are designed to keep cargo in during rough water, not to keep determined people in, but it would be loud, very loud, and slow. You'd need tools, time, and you'd definitely alert everyone on deck.
So we're locked in.
And even if we got out, there are a dozen armed guards right there. And they're not street thugs. Look at them. They move like professionals.
That's accurate. Watching through the gaps, you can see their patrol patterns are disciplined. They're alert, checking sight lines, coordinating with each other. These are people who've done this before and expect trouble.
So our options are stay hidden and ride this out to wherever it's going, or attempt to break out and fight 12 trained guards on a moving ship.
with 40 more on the other ships who'd see us the moment we broke cover.
Plus whatever crew is running the ship, probably another 6 or 8 people.
At least. You can hear voices from what sounds like a wheelhouse or captain's area.
So we're trapped.
Trapped but rich. I'm still calling this a win.
Then you feel it, all three of you simultaneously. The telepathic connection. It's fading, like a voice getting quieter, static creeping in around the edges. You've got maybe a minute before it's gone completely.
Shit, Quill, can you hear me?
Can I hear him, Joe?
Faintly, man, but it's breaking up.
Faint. Barely. What's happening? Where are you?
We're on a smuggling barge, heading out of the city. We're okay, we've got gold, but we're trapped on this thing.
I'm cutting in frantically. It's called the Morning Serpent. We left from Bay B, underground docks beneath the sunken crown. Armed convoy, at least 40 guards heading west.
West where? How long?
3 days, rebel dispatch point. We don't know exactly where,
The
but
static gets worse. The connection is fragmenting.
Quill, you need to follow us, track this convoy. We can't get off without fighting an army.
The signal is breaking up badly now. I'll try. Fine, can't promise.
The connection cuts. Dead. Nothing but silence in your minds where that link used to be.
Well, fuck.
So, you're on a smuggling barge with 40 guards, heading towards apparent rebel territory, loaded with enough gold to retire on, magical crystals, stolen artifacts, and no way to either leave without dying or contact your 2 friends. So, all in all, you're rich, you're alive, and you're completely, utterly, magnificently fucked.
Delightful.
Okay, let's rewind several hours. Quill and Barwin, when we left you, you were plummeting from the sunken crown's roof via Feather Fall, carrying a semi-unconscious Tabaxi who's missing some digits and most of his dignity. You land in a side street maybe 2 blocks from the main entrance.
The second my talons hit cobblestone, I'm running. Joe, I'm hauling Jask like a sack of traumatized potatoes and looking for the nearest dark alley.
I'm stumbling behind, wheezing dramatically. My legs are not designed for this. They're designed for sitting and playing music, not fleeing crime scenes.
You sprint through the chaos of early afternoon drudgemire. The streets are packed with the usual collection of human misery, drunks, thieves, people who've given up, people who never started trying. A Kenku covered in blood carrying a mutilated Tabaxi doesn't even rate a second glance. You duck into an alley, then another, zigzagging through the district's intestinal network of passages. Make stealth checks.
22, professional as always.
15 is acceptable.
You blend into the urban decay perfectly. 5 minutes of running and you're 600 feet away. You duck into an abandoned building. Used to be a cobbler's shop, judging by the foot-shaped sign hanging by one nail.
Good enough. I set Jask down and check his vitals.
Medicine check.
12?
He's fucked up. Face swollen like someone inflated it wrong. Left hand wrapped in bloody rags that are more blood than rag. He's breathing, but it's ragged.
Good lord, they turned his face into abstract art. Joe, I have medical supplies.
Basic healer's kit, the kind that says, I tried, rather than, I succeeded.
I'll take it. Time to play doctor, badly.
Give me another medicine check.
A 13.
You clean the wounds with the confidence of someone who's read about medicine once or twice. The bleeding stops mostly. The bandages are crooked but functional. It's not good, but it's better than bleeding out.
Barwin, you got any water, food, anything?
Water skin and what I generously call dried meat, but might be leather.
Right. Let's prop him up against this wall and try get some down him.
Okay, I get it out, Joe.
And I move him to the wall.
All right, you prop Jask against the wall and dribble water into his mouth. Half goes down his throat, half down his shirt. After a few minutes, his good eye opens.
Where the fuck?
Shh, shut up. You're safe-ish. We got you out.
The crown! Florian, he...
Behind us. You're not there anymore.
Jask tries to smile, but it turns into a wince. Pain flickers across his battered face.
They took my fingers. Florian's men.
We know, but we came. Though it nearly killed several people, including us.
Thank you. You chaotic mess of a crew.
Save it. We're not clear. Marlowe knows we exist now.
Jask's one good eye widens.
You encountered Marlowe?
Encountered is generous. Not us directly, but the others. They heard him, saw his vault, discovered his entire smuggling operation.
You what? Are you insane?
Probably, but that's future us's problem.
But...
I told you to shut it. Barwin, keep drip feeding him food and water. I'm going out to check nobody's anywhere near. Joe, I take to the rooftops. Need some me time.
You slip out of the abandoned shop and scale the nearest building. The walls here are rough stone, easy climbing for someone with your skills. 30 seconds later, you're on the roof surveying the area. It's early afternoon, maybe 2 o'clock. The sun is high, but starting its slow descent toward evening. From up here, you can see the sunken crown in the distance, maybe 6 blocks away. There's unusual activity around it. Guards moving with purpose, people being questioned on the streets. They're searching, but not efficiently. More chaos than coordination. You spend the next 2 hours doing what you do best. Watching, waiting, mapping escape routes. The rooftops of Drudgemire form their own highway if you know how to read them. You mark which buildings connect, which gaps are jumpable, which chimneys provide cover. Give me a perception check.
19.
Good to know. Barwin, while Quill's doing his rooftop surveillance, you're with Jask in the abandoned shop. What are you doing?
I'm keeping him comfortable, talking to him, keeping his mind off the pain, maybe telling him about my loot dagger and how it's a perfectly reasonable weapon.
Jask looks at you like you're insane, but at least he's not thinking about his missing fingers. You spend the next 2 hours slowly getting him stable. More water, small amounts of food, checking his bandages, making sure he's strong enough to move when the time comes. The afternoon passes. It's quiet except for distant sounds of the city, shouts, arguments, the usual Drudgemire symphony. Nobody comes near your hiding spot. Around 4 o'clock, Quill drops back through the window. The shadows are lengthening now, afternoon properly shifting toward evening.
You're back, everything clear?
For now, they're searching, but they're not organized. We've got time.
How's he doing, Joe?
Jask is propped against the wall, looking slightly better. The colors returning to his face, the water and food helping. His bandaged hand rests in his lap.
I tell Quill. He'll live. Won't be picking any locks for a while, but he'll live.
Such comfort.
You all settle in, catching your breath. 5 minutes pass. Quiet. Almost peaceful if you ignore the fact that you're hiding from a criminal empire. And that's when you feel it, Quill, the telepathic connection, suddenly active. Thrunk's voice cutting through, urgent, before it cuts off entirely.
Fuck. They're on a boat. We need to follow them.
How did they... Never mind. Of course, they're on a boat. Joe, can we see the canals from here?
Not from this building, no. You'd need to get closer.
Then we move. Jask, can you walk?
I can stumble dramatically.
Not good enough. You stay here. You got coin?
No, the bastards took everything I owned.
Joe, I give him 2 platinum. Part of what we owe you anyway. Keep your head down. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Yeah, just try not to move unless you absolutely need to. And if you do need to, fuck. We don't even know anyone who can look out for you. Honestly, I'd use that money to get out of Drudgemire. Get out of Solarus entirely. Become a hermit for a bit. We'll find you.
You're both terrible at goodbyes.
We're terrible at most things.
You leave Jask propped against the wall with his platinum and his pain, and you run. Not the careful stealth you used before. This is speed over subtlety. You burst out of the abandoned shop and sprint through the streets. Drudgemire blurs past you. The afternoon crowds part. A blood-covered Kenku and a frantic bard running full tilt is enough to make even hardened criminals step aside. 3 blocks. 4. You're heading for the outer district where the canals meet the city walls. The slums of Solarus are built right up against the outer fortifications, ancient stone walls that have seen better centuries. They're tarnished, broken in places, crumbling from neglect and age. Honestly, if an army invaded and wiped out Drudgemire in the process, they'd probably be doing the city a favor. You reach a section where the wall has partially collapsed, creating a makeshift overlook. Below, maybe 40 feet down, the main canal flows, wide enough for major cargo traffic, deep enough for the big ships. And that's when you see it. 4 massive barges moving in tight formation. Each one is 80 feet of dark wood and industrial brutality. But they're not normal cargo vessels. They're floating fortresses. The decks are crawling with armed guards in matching leather armor. You can see crossbows, swords, torches, burning even in the afternoon light. This isn't a merchant convoy. This is a military escort. The lead barge passes directly below you, painted on its hull in gold script. The kind of expensive lettering that costs more than most people earn in a year is a name. The Morning Serpent.
That's their ship. Our friends are on that thing.
Count the guards. How many do you see?
Joe, I'm trying to count. Perception.
Go ahead.
That's a 16.
You count at least 10 guards visible on the Morning Serpent's deck. The second barge has maybe 12. The third and fourth are harder to see from this angle, but they're clearly equally armed. 40 guards minimum across the whole convoy, maybe more below deck.
40 professional soldiers escorting 4 cargo ships. Whatever they're moving, it's worth an army.
And Thrunk, Pervious, and Squibbity are trapped somewhere inside that lead ship.
The convoy continues downriver, moving with the current. They're not rushing, but they're making steady progress. The walls of Solarus fall behind them as they head west into open country.
We need to follow them.
Follow them? Quill, look at that thing. It's a floating fortress. Even if we catch up, what's the plan? Storm it with our combined forces of 2 people.
I don't know yet, but they said 3 days to a rebel dispatch point. That gives us 3 days to figure something out.
3 days to, what, hire an army, grow wings, learn to breathe underwater?
3 days to not abandon our crew.
All right, we follow them.
You start moving, paralleling the canal as it flows west out of Drudgemire. The broken wall gives way to a dirt path, barely maintained, mostly just packed earth from years of foot traffic. You're jogging, keeping the convoy in sight below. The first thing you notice is the air. It changes, gradually at first, then undeniably. The constant stench of Drudgemire, that mixture of piss, rot, desperation, and smoke, starts to thin out. Not gone, but diluted, like someone opened a window in a room that's been sealed for years.
The air actually smells better?
I'd noticed. I thought I was hallucinating from exhaustion.
You are leaving Solarus entirely. The outer slums give way to something that might generously be called countryside, though it's the kind of countryside that grows next to a massive city, scrubland mostly. Patches of struggling grass, twisted trees that look like they've given up on life but are too stubborn to die. The river continues its path and the dirt road follows alongside it. The canal itself is maybe 60 feet below you now, down an embankment. The 4 barges move steadily, unhurried. Guards visible on every deck, torches burning, the whole convoy projecting an aura of don't even think about it.
How fast are they moving, do you think?
Good question. You're keeping pace with them at a jog. Maybe 4 or 5 miles per hour. The current is doing most of their work. They're not rowing, not using sails, just floating with the river's natural flow. You jog for maybe 30 minutes. The sun is getting lower now, not sunset yet, but late afternoon sliding toward evening. Your lungs are burning, your legs are starting to protest, and the barges just keep moving, steady, relentless. The same pace they've held since they left the city.
They're not stopping.
What?
The barges. They're not going to stop. Why would they? The current keeps them moving all night. They probably have shifts for the crew, but the ships themselves never rest.
And we do need to rest, rather significantly, in fact.
So we either sprint ahead, find places for power naps, and try to stay ahead of them, or we jog for 3 days straight and hope our bodies don't give out.
Those are both terrible options.
You have a third?
Not currently, no.
You're maybe a mile outside of Solarus now. The city is still visible behind you, that massive sprawl of stone and smoke. But ahead, the landscape opens up. Rolling hills in the distance, forest patches, and the river, cutting through it all like a silver scar.
Joe, can I see anyone else on this dirt path? Other travelers?
Perception check.
22.
On this path? No. It's barely maintained, probably used by scavengers or people who don't want to be seen. Occasionally, you see signs of recent passage, footprints, a discarded water skin, places where the grass is trampled, but no one's currently visible ahead or behind you. But to your left, maybe 2,000 feet away as the city curves around, you can see another entrance to a different district. It's more developed than Drudgemire, actual buildings instead of hovels. And there's activity there and people moving in and out.
By people moving in and out, do you mean transport?
Yes, carts, wagons, a few riders on horseback. This is a trade entrance, probably leading to one of the better districts. Merchants coming and going, that sort of thing.
I have an idea. Barwin, I'm touching you and activating my psionic whispers again.
You feel that connection establish, the telepathic link snapping into place. Roll it for me.
That's a 2.
Okay, so 2 hours, starting now.
What's this for?
Just in case I can't find you. But you keep following them. Stay on their trail. I shouldn't be too long.
Where are you going?
I'm running left, Joe. 2,000 feet toward that entrance.
You break away from the river path and sprint across the scrubland.
I just watch him go, slightly confused, before turning back to jog alongside the convoy.
All right. So, Quill, you cover the distance in maybe 5 minutes. You're fast when you need to be. The entrance ahead is a proper city gate, though not one of the main ones. Guards are present, but they're bored, waving through traders with minimal inspection. This is about collecting tolls, not security. The road leading away from this gate is better maintained, actual cobblestones for the first 100 feet, then transitioning to packed dirt. And there's traffic, wagons carrying goods into the city, riders heading out, a small caravan of merchants arguing about something.
I'm following the road outward, away from the city, looking for opportunities.
By opportunities, you mean?
Yep.
Okay. You jog past the first cluster of travelers. Too many people, too many witnesses. Further out, the traffic thins, individuals now rather than groups. You pass a farmer on foot leading a mule with empty saddlebags. Too poor, nothing useful. You pass 2 riders on horseback, both armed, both looking alert. Too dangerous, too prepared. Then you see it, a single horse cart, maybe 300 feet ahead, loaded with crates, looks like produce, maybe fruit. The driver is alone, middle-aged human, unremarkable. He's not paying attention to his surroundings, just guiding the horse at a leisurely walk.
Perfect. I jog past him first.
Stealth check to seem unremarkable.
That's a 19.
He barely glances at you. Just another person on the road. You jog past, get maybe 50 feet ahead, then slow down. You let him catch up.
When he's passing me, I'm jumping onto the back of his cart. Do you want another stealth check?
Nah, your 19 is fine, but what I do want is an acrobatics to see how flawlessly you can do this.
Acrobatics is 16.
Awesome. You move like a shadow. The cart has crates stacked on it. Apples from the smell. You land on the back edge, balancing on the wooden frame, completely silent. The driver doesn't notice. The horse doesn't react. You're there, crouched, waiting. The cart continues its lazy pace. The driver hums something off-key.
I'm moving forward, staying low, using the crates for cover, getting behind him.
Okay, you are a ghost. The crates provide perfect cover. You slip between them, closing the distance. The driver is right there, back to you, reins in hand, completely unaware.
I manifest a psychic blade, and I'm going for a non-lethal strike to the back of his head. Sneak attack.
Roll to hit.
That's a 21.
Hits, roll damage, and yes, sneak attack applies.
Base damage is 6 plus 4 from Dex plus 10 from sneak attack. That's 20 psychic damage, but I'm pulling it to be non-lethal.
The psychic blade materializes in your hand, that shimmer of purple energy. You bring it down in a controlled strike to the base of his skull. The energy floods his brain, overloading his nervous system but not killing him. He makes a sound, not quite a scream, more like all the air leaving his lungs at once. His eyes roll back. The reins drop from his hands. He slumps forward, then sideways, starting to fall off the cart.
I'm catching him!
Athletics check.
10.
You grab him as he tips, your clawed hands catching his shirt. He's dead weight, completely limp, unconscious, breathing but barely. His full body weight yanks you forward. You're off balance, feet sliding on the wooden cart bed, about to go over with him. Your claws dig into the fabric of his shirt. You brace your other hand against a crate, stopping your momentum just barely. For a moment, you're suspended there, half your body over the side of the moving cart, the unconscious driver dangling, your feet scrambling for purchase on the slick wood. The cart hits a rut. You lurch, almost lose it, then your foot finds solid wood. You pull hard. Your muscles scream. You haul him back onto the cart bed with a grunt of effort, both of you collapsing in a heap among the apple crates. The horse, bless its simple heart, just keeps walking. Doesn't care that its driver just got brain zapped and nearly fell into the mud. Just keeps following the road at that same lazy pace.
I'm checking his pulse to make sure he's alive.
Medicine check.
11.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say you know he's alive. Breathing steady, pulse strong. He'll wake up in maybe an hour with the worst headache of his life and no memory of what happened. Classic psychic blade aftermath.
I'm hiding him under the fruit crates, tucking him in so he's not visible from the road.
You rearrange the crates. They're not that heavy, just apples in wooden boxes. You create a hollow space and stuff the driver inside, then stack crates around him. From the outside, it just looks like a fully loaded cart. The horse continues walking. Still doesn't care.
Joe, I'm unhitching the cart from the horse, disconnecting them.
You know how to do that?
I've stolen enough things to figure it out.
Fair. It takes you maybe 2 minutes. There are leather straps, a wooden yoke, metal pins holding it all together. You work quickly, and the horse just stands there patiently while you dismantle its burden. Finally, the cart is free, just sitting there in the road full of apples and an unconscious driver.
Now I'm taking the reins and turning the horse around, heading back toward the river.
Animal handling check to see if the horse listens to you.
Holy hell, so many damn rolls. That's a 13.
The horse is old, tired, and has spent its life taking orders. When you pull the reins to turn around, it turns. When you urge it to move faster, it shifts from standing to a trot. Not fast, but faster than the cart pace. Much easier to control without the weight behind it.
Awesome. Then I take this beauty back to Barwin.
Okay, you guide the horse back past the city gate. The guards don't even look up. They saw you leave earlier and across the scrubland toward where you left Barwin. It's been maybe 20 minutes since you split up. You see Barwin in the distance, still jogging alongside the river path, still keeping pace with the convoy below. He looks exhausted, his loot dagger bouncing awkwardly on his back.
I'm pulling up alongside him on the horse. Telepathically, I say, get ready to climb on.
Via telepathy. What? Climb on what?
Barwin, that's when you hear hoofbeats.
I turn.
So you turn and see Quill sitting there, reins in hand, riding a stolen horse.
What the fuck, Quill?
Shut up. We need it. Get on or keep running.
Where did you... Is that someone's horse? Did you steal someone's horse?
Borrowed. Are you getting on or not?
Where's the rider?
Sleeping off a headache in his abandoned cart about a mile that way.
You didn't...
I made it non-lethal. He'll be fine. Now get on before I leave you behind.
Barwin, what are you doing?
I'm climbing on.
I slow it down a bit whilst he gets on.
Okay. Quill slows the horse to make it easier. You grab Quill's extended hand and haul yourself up behind him. It's awkward. You're not a skilled rider, the loot dagger is digging into your back, and you're exhausted from running. But you manage to get seated behind Quill, wrapping your arms around him to stay on.
I'm breathing hard. Okay. We have transportation. That's good. That's practical. But Quill, we just robbed someone.
Shut up. Don't care.
But morally...
Morally, we're following a convoy of smugglers to rescue our friends who stole from a crime lord. The merchant is the least of our ethical problems.
That's actually a fair point.
I kick the horse slightly to speed the old girl up.
The horse settles into a steady trot, now paralleling the river path. You're keeping up with the convoy easily. They're moving at maybe 4 or 5 miles per hour with the current. This horse, even with 2 riders, is doing closer to 10.
We're faster than them. That's good.
Is it? We still can't board a floating fortress.
No, but we can get ahead. Stay in front. Watch for any river forks or branches. If they change course, we'll see it.
And if they don't fork?
Then that's perfect. No guesswork. Let them catch up and repeat. We pace ourselves. They're on a schedule. 3 days to the dispatch point. We just need to not lose them.
So you're planning to follow until you spot any forks or branches in the river?
Exactly. How far ahead should we get?
The river's pretty straight from what you can see. No obvious forks visible in the remaining daylight. If you keep this pace, you could get miles ahead before the horse needs rest.
Then let's do that. Get ahead, rest, repeat. Better than trying to match their pace forever.
The sun continues its descent. The landscape rolls past, scrubland giving way to more defined farmland. You're properly in the countryside now. Solarus is a dark smudge on the horizon behind you, then just a memory, then gone entirely as distance and darkness swallow it. The horse is a trooper. It maintains that steady 10-mile-per-hour trot, breathing hard but not distressed. Behind you, the convoy gradually falls back. 1 mile, 2 miles, 3. Soon they're out of sight around a bend in the river. But the river itself is your guide. It flows west, unwavering, and as long as you follow it, you'll find them again. The sun touches the horizon. Orange bleeds into purple. The first stars appear. An hour passes, 2. The landscape becomes harder to see, just dark shapes against a slightly less dark sky. The moon is up, half full, providing enough light to see the river as a silver ribbon cutting through the darkness. 3 hours, 4. The horse is still moving, but you can feel it tiring. Its breathing is heavier. The trot is less enthusiastic.
My entire body hurts. I haven't ridden a horse in years, and I'm being reminded why.
We'll stop soon. Let me check how far ahead we are.
You've been moving at roughly 10 miles per hour for about 5 hours now. The convoy is moving at maybe 4 or 5.
So what time is it now?
About 11 p.m. maybe?
Let's keep pushing until 1 or 2.
Damn it.
Okay. So 3 more hours pass. The night deepens. The temperature drops, not freezing, but cool enough that you're glad for your cloaks. The horse's pace slows from a trot to a walk. It's done. Not collapsing, but clearly at its limit. It's maybe 2 in the morning now. The world is dark and quiet except for the river's constant murmur and the horse's heavy breathing. You've been riding for roughly 8 hours. At your pace, you've covered maybe 70 to 80 miles. The convoy, moving at their slower speed, has maybe covered 35 to 40. You're far, far ahead.
This is good. Joe, I'm looking for a place to stop. Somewhere off the path with grass for the horse.
Perception check.
15.
About 50 feet off the river path, there's a small clearing. Grass, a few scrubby trees, flat enough to lie down. The ground slopes gently toward the river, giving you a view of the water. If anything comes down that river, you'll see it.
That's perfect. I'm guiding the horse over there?
You dismount. Your legs nearly buckle when your feet hit ground. 8 hours on a horse will do that. Barwin practically falls off, groaning.
I can't feel my legs. Is that normal? Should I be concerned?
You'll be fine. Help me with the horse.
The horse is breathing hard, sweating, exhausted, but not dangerously so. It immediately starts cropping at the grass, unconcerned with anything else.
Joe, I'm removing the saddle if there is one, checking it for injuries, making sure it's okay.
Animal handling check.
10.
The horse is tired, but fine. No injuries, no concerning signs. It just needs rest, water, and food. The grass here will help with the food. As for water,
The river's right there. Can it drink from that?
probably safe enough. This far from the city, the water's cleaner than what flows through Drudgemire.
I'll take it for a drink then after it's finished eating.
Nice. You lead the horse down to the river's edge, and it drinks deeply, gulping water for a solid minute before pulling its head up, satisfied.
Whilst he's doing that, I'm just lying on the grass. This is where I live now. Tell my family I died doing what I loved, being in excruciating pain.
You don't have a family.
Then tell no one. Perfect.
The clearing is quiet, peaceful even. The moon provides enough light to see by. The river flows past, constant and inevitable. No sign of the convoy yet. They're still hours behind you.
We rest for 4 hours. I'll take first watch.
Watch for what? We're miles ahead of them, and there's nothing out here.
Watch! Because this is the countryside and we don't know what's out here. Could be bandits. Could be wildlife. Could be worse.
You're so optimistic.
I'm so realistic. Get some sleep. I'll wake you in 2 hours and you can take second watch.
Barwin, are you actually sleeping?
Absolutely. The moment my head hits this grass, I'm unconscious.
Fair. You're out within minutes, snoring softly. Your loot dagger is still strapped to your back because you were too exhausted to take it off. Quill, you sit with your back against a tree, watching the river. The horse grazes nearby, occasionally snorting. The night is cool but not cold. Stars overhead, clearer than they ever are in the city. For the first time in hours, you have a moment to actually think. Your friends are trapped on a smuggling barge heading to a rebel army. You have no plan for how to rescue them. You're following on a stolen horse with a traumatized bard and a tortured fence hidden somewhere back in Drudgemire. Marlowe's organization, at this point, let's be honest, is probably hunting you. You've made enemies of one of the most powerful criminals in Solarus. And yet, sitting here in the dark, listening to the river, it's almost peaceful. Give me a perception check.
That's an 11?
2 hours pass. Nothing happens. The night remains quiet. No bandits, no wildlife. Nothing but wind and water and the distant sounds of the countryside settling into sleep.
I yawn. All right, my turn to sleep. I kick Barwin softly. Oi, get up. Your turn.
Oh, Joe, I sit up. Is it morning?
Not even close. You've got 2 hours of sleep until the convoy catches up. Then we're back on the road again.
How will we know when they catch up?
Well, logic suggests that's how long they will take. But failing that, we'll hear them. 40 guards on 4 barges make noise. Now stay awake.
I yawn again. I'll try.
No, there's no trying. You will.
Fine, fine.
Good.
I take Quill's spot where he was keeping a lookout, Joe.
Okay. Quill, Barwin takes your spot against the tree, rubbing his eyes as you lie down in the grass. It's surprisingly comfortable after 8 hours on a horse. The ground is cool, the grass is soft, and within minutes you're asleep. Barwin, perception check.
That's a 15, Joe.
Barwin, your watch passes uneventfully. You do, however, see a fox in the distance, watching you with luminous eyes before disappearing.
Nice.
You hear an owl hoot as the river continues its constant flow. All the while, the stars wheel overhead. You almost zone out for a little bit and just try to focus. And that's where we will wrap up this session. See you later, guys. Hey folks, if you've been enjoying the series, the best way to support it is over on Patreon. They take the smallest cut, you'll always be notified when new episodes drop, and you can even listen screen locked. Plus, if you like watching on your TV, every post includes an unlisted YouTube link so you can still cast it straight to the big screen. Links are below, and truly, thank you for helping keep this world alive.